She doesn't know what to say. You could just see her there, Michael. She's like, what do I do? And then later on, she brought a transgender woman to react to the news, and here's how that went.
I believe they're just saying that because they want to have the easy way out on this. That's really, really offending, especially being a transgender woman myself, that a male, which it was obvious with the mugshot, that's a man, that's not a non-binary person.
Wow, so is misgendering okay now? How do we figure out the rules, Michael?
Well, you're asking the wrong guy. I don't even know what the rules are.
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows what the rules are, right? And joining us now to talk about all of this is our company, Republican strategist Erin Elmore, and host of the Steve Sanchez Show, Steve Sanchez. Erin, you can tell Michael and I are like deeply confused. You can get fined for misgendering someone in New York. What's your reaction to this?
Well, there's no joy in this situation. We have lives that have been lost. And I think that the media and everyone on every side of the aisle should realize that people are mourning the loss of their loved ones. And this is a quite serious situation. And we should allow people the time to grieve before we start labeling it as right wing or left wing or attaching politics to it at all. But if the left didn't have double standards, they would have no standards at all. And if you or I were to misgender someone who is transgender, we would be called transphobic or possibly have deleterious effects like losing our jobs or being chastised online. So it's really difficult here to watch someone say, I can tell that this is a man, when this person says, I use they, them pronouns. We have to respect what everyone wants to be. It just can't be when they're good people. It has to be the same rules when they're bad people.
1,000%.
She's dead on. I mean, there's no way around it. Steve, let me ask you, what would the reaction be if a conservative dismissed someone's identity? They'd be accused of being transphobic and spreading hate. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. And,
and talk about gun control, because President Biden is calling for gun control again. Take a listen to this.
The idea we still allow semi-automatic weapons to be purchased is sick. It's just sick. It has no social redeeming value. Zero, none. Not a single solitary rationale for it except profit for the gun manufacturer.
Well, needless to say, conservatives on Twitter are outraged. They're going nuts. Erin, what are your concerns about this when you hear he seems so focused on guns, guns, guns? What about thugs, thugs, thugs?
Well, absolutely. And when he's the arbiter of who or what has socially redeeming value when his son is Hunter Biden, the hypocrisy is pretty rich there. But we have a Second Amendment right. And our president, of course, is ignoring that. When you take our guns, you take our power. But he wants abortion up until the time of birth, and if not, infanticide. So there's a lot of hypocrisy from Joe Biden here. And I don't want him to be the person who decides what has social redeeming value just because his bad decision making in his life and the reflection that his children have left on this country. So I think this is just another Democrat talking point that he's pushing. And hopefully we will continue to have our Second Amendment rights and keep fighting back through the courts and the Supreme Court to maintain those rights, because that's what makes us uniquely American.
Absolutely. And Steve, it's yet another opportunity for Democrats and mainstream media to, just paint law-abiding, responsible gun owners as the enemy because of the actions of two extreme, unstable individuals. This cycle, we see it repeats itself over and over again. What is...
my reaction is the same as Erin's. I mean, it's a blatant attempt to try to dismantle the Second Amendment. Joe Biden's been for this for a long time.
Stay with us. Michael's going to join us, by the way. I can't wait for this next one. Erin and Steve, you also have to stay with us. Is Black Friday coming, and it's the shopping season. As you know, it's coming to a screeching halt all across the country, and for good reason. Millions of Americans are taking a break from bargain hunting to partake in the company quiz, because what is better than that? And competing for bragging rights here today are Erin Elmore and also Steve Sanchez, and Michael Grimm also steps into the ring. This is going to be great. I'm so excited to have the three of you guys. And some of these are kind of tough, but I have faith in you guys. You guys are all history buffs, so I think we're going to do well. Let's go to the first one if we can. Question 1. And you got to hold up your cards, okay? And then we'll show, and We'll see who has the bragging rights. By the way, I think Erin is a returning champ too, and Steve is
Couple of
very
times.
good. And Michael is brilliant. So we're going to be good with all of this. All right. Question 1. The date of this year's Thanksgiving was November 24th. But interestingly, it will be another 11 years before the holiday is celebrated on that date again, as it won't come around until 2033. Now, because Thanksgiving is celebrated on the 4th Thursday in November, the earliest that it can occur is the 22nd of the month. All right, we're doing the math. But which date is the latest that it can occur? Everybody, here are the choices. A is November 26th. B is November 27th. C is November 28th. And D is November 29th. All of you got to put up your cards, and let's see what everybody has here. All right, I'm looking here. I see, oh, look, you got a patriotic. All of you guys have C. I can't believe this. You are all correct. And by the way, Michael has the best C of all. My goodness. In 1939, a presidential proclamation was signed which moved Thanksgiving to the next to the last Thursday of the month. This went on, by the way, for 2 years before the order was rescinded in 1942, so 1939 to 1942, returning Thanksgiving to the fourth Thursday of the month, and it's made the controversial decision to move up Thanksgiving by 1 week during this 3-year period only. Was it? You can see it there on the screen. Woodrow Wilson, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, or Franklin Roosevelt. A, B, C, or D, you guys hold up your cards. Ooh, okay, so Michael has D, and we also see the D there from Steve. Okay, Erin, sorry, the boys beat you on this one. Here at Spicer & Company, we say a hearty hello to our neighbors up north in the great country of Canada. Of course, Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving as well, but not at the same time that we do here in America. In fact, Canadian Thanksgiving is always observed on the same day as a federal holiday here in the United States. So is that holiday, choice A, Columbus Day, B, Labor Day, C, Memorial Day, or D, Veterans Day? Guys, what do you think?
I'm guessing.
All right, let's see. All right, I see 2 Ds and I see a C, and I'm sorry to tell all of you guys, it is Columbus Day.
Wow.
I know, isn't that interesting? I thought it was an
didn't
act
see
of
that one
Congress
coming.
that officially made Columbus Day a holiday, and the boys are still ahead. So Erin, I'm counting on you, girlfriend. All right, here we go. The word turkey is synonymous with Thanksgiving. And chances are you might be enjoying a turkey sandwich at this very moment from all those great leftovers, which are always the best often, you know. But did you know that turkey is also a sports term? So fill in the blanks from the following phrase. In the sport of blank, 3 consecutive blanks earn you a turkey. So it's a popular sports term. We're going to see which one of you guys knows this. A is archery and bullseyes. B is hockey and goals. C is volleyball and aces. And D is bowling and strikes. Which one is it, guys? Our all-star company. Here we go. Let's see which one. Ooh, okay. Oh, Steve. Steve, you got it. Oh my goodness, it's bowling and strikes. Let's see, Steve has 3, Michael has 2, Erin has 1, all right? So let's see what happens here, guys, all right? And there is a tiebreaker too if it gets to that, but let's see, all right? Here we go. All right, even though turkey is the marquee attraction of any Thanksgiving dinner, we certainly can't overlook the side dishes, which of course make the meal special. Now, according to a recent survey, which of the following side dishes did Americans rate as their favorite? A, cranberry sauce, which is always yummy, mashed potatoes, which is always good, also macaroni and cheese, or stuffing. Which one was rated as America's favorite, guys? Let's see which one of you guys are turkey and Thanksgiving experts. Hang on one second. B, D, D. Michael Grimm. Michael Grimm for the win, you guys. Mashed potatoes is the win. By the way, I would have also thought stuffing or macaroni and cheese. Apparently mac and cheese, by the way, was the top choice. And then last year, it topped it off. What is that? We do have a tiebreaker, right? Thank you, Steve. Both of you guys are so much fun. And everybody stick around. Still ahead, millions of Americans.